Broadcasting live from the Albay PIO News Center, providing you the most exclusive news update from all over the province. This is News at 12. In the local scene, the Albay Provincial Cooperative Enterprise and Manpower Development Office led a community-based skills training in Barangay Matnog, Daraga. Residents joined courses on basic driving, engine troubleshooting, and electronic servicing. The program aims to equip Albayanos with practical skills to improve their job prospects. Officials also thanked the local government for supporting the initiative, and a graduation ceremony recognized their trainees' achievements. In other story, the provincial government of Albay is showcasing Bicolano creativity through the exhibit Arte Bicolnon, Creativity on Abaca Canvas at the National Museum of the Philippines, Bicol in Daraga. The event, organized by the Provincial Tourism, Culture and Arts Office, highlights local artists and their role in preserving Bicol's cultural identity. The exhibit runs until October 30 and features artworks that capture the region's rich heritage and traditions. Albay continues to promote arts and culture as key to nurturing local talents and strengthening community pride. In other news, students from several schools in Albay joined a symposium promoting rabies prevention and animal welfare. The event featured discussions on responsible pet ownership and the youth's role in creating rabies-free communities. Student leader Eliezer Aktub said the activity inspired them to take part in public awareness efforts. He reminded the students that caring for pets also means securing permits and reporting stray animals. The program supports Albay's goal of building safer, more informed communities. In the national scene, the Independent Commission on Infrastructure (ICI) will start live streaming its proceedings next week. A Senate inquiry led by Justice Committee Chairperson Senator Francis Pangilinan, ICI Chairperson Andres Reyes announced that the Commission will start live streaming its hearings as soon as they have the necessary technical setup. This announcement came during a public hearing on the Infrastructure Anomalies Investigation Act of 2025, which aims to expand the Commission's powers. The decision to live stream the hearings is a welcome change, especially since the ICI's previous policy faced criticism from advocates and some lawmakers. Pangilinan strongly urged the Commission to make its proceedings open to the public, emphasizing the people's strong desire for transparency. He warned that if the Commission ignored this call, its members might soon find themselves facing public protest right outside their homes. Media access was not allowed, and only official press releases were shared with the public, and interviews with Commission members were also not permitted. The Filipinos will now soon be able to watch the Commission's investigation into infrastructure problems as it happens. In other story, a fire broke out a few days ago at the Department of Public Works and Highways office in Barangay Pinahan, Quezon City. This happened while the department is at the middle of corruption investigation involving billions of pesos in flood control projects. The fire hit the Bureau of Research and Standards, the DPWH's office in charge of the research, testing, and setting rules for government infrastructure projects. According to the Bureau of Fire Protection, the fire started at 12:39 p.m. and quickly spread, reaching the third alarm by 12:56 p.m. They were able to control the blaze by 1:34 p.m. and declared it fully out by 1:49 p.m. Department of Public Works and Highways quickly said that no documents related to the corruption investigation were destroyed. Because of the ongoing corruption probe, the Ombudsman ordered the National Bureau of Investigation and the BFP to look into the real cause of the fire, including the possibility of arson or foul play. The BFP said their initial findings showed the fire was caused by an electrical short circuit in the ceiling of the record section. The timing of the fire raised suspicion online, with some people questioning if it was really an accident or a way to get rid of important evidence. As of now, the incident is still under investigation to uncover the truth. In other news, the Department of Education has declared a wellness break for teachers and students from October 27 to 30. This initiative encourages schools to give teachers time to rest and recover, especially after the recent natural disasters and the rise in flu-like illnesses. Schools are also advised to reschedule their mid-year in-service training after the break. This decision comes in response to the growing concerns of teachers who have been dealing with physical and emotional strain. The break aims to give them an opportunity to recharge and spend quality time with their families. Many teachers and learners have been affected by typhoons, earthquakes, or ongoing health issues, making this pause essential for their overall well-being. Regular classes will resume on November 3 after the observance of All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day. And in the news outside the country, a significant United Nations agreement aimed at combating cybercrime, which results in substantial financial losses worldwide each year, is said to be signed by representatives from several countries in Hanoi this week. Concerns have been raised about potential risks to human rights, and the agreement will come into effect once it is ratified by 40 countries. The United Nations believes this pact will enable faster and more effective responses to cybercrime. Activists, technology companies, and the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights have expressed concerns that some provisions of the agreement are vague. They fear it could be misused in ways that violate human rights or inadvertently support illegal activities. The European Union and Canada are expected to sign the agreement and have stated that it includes safeguards to protect human rights. The list of signatory countries has not yet been made public. In other story, a Russian missile attack overnight killed 6 people, including 2 children, in and around Ukraine's capital, Kiev, and caused widespread power outages across the country, officials said. The strike came just a day after peace talks faced another setback when a planned meeting between United States President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin was canceled. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said 7 people were injured in the attack and added that Russia still does not feel enough pressure for prolonging the war. Journalists in Kiev reported hearing several explosions overnight and saw smoke rising over the city. Ukraine's energy minister said the strikes also hit energy infrastructure, leaving thousands without power or heating during the cold season. And finally, in the news outside the country, the Philippine Embassy in the United States announced that it is working closely with U.S. authorities following the recent denial of entry to Filipino seafarers at American ports. In a statement, the embassy said it has been in contact with U.S. Department of State and the Department of Homeland Security to address the issue, which has affected several Filipino seafarers in recent months. According to the embassy, the entry denials were carried out in accordance with existing U.S. laws, regulations, and policies. However, it emphasized that discussions with U.S. agencies will continue to ensure proper procedures are followed, including mandatory consular notification in such cases. The embassy also acknowledged that the Philippine Department of Migrant Workers has expressed its willingness to assist the affected seafarers. That's all for the news at 12, October 24, 2025. We'll be back next week for more news updates. Thanks to our news writer, Albay PIO and Naomi Ruth Hernandez. And on the technical side, Chad Bobis. And our Provincial Information Officer, OIC, Maudie Gonzalez. And under the supervision of our Governor, Noel Rizal, I am Greg Hallare. Thank you for subscribing.